Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Ponds Forge and the British Swimming Summer Championships 2018.
A light is ready to shine throughout Glasgow and Scotland once again. Hopes and dreams sealed and shattered in a single breath. Be there when new European champions are crowned.
Our thanks go to sponsors and partners without whom this event would not be possible. Funding partner, UK Sport. Official partner, TIER. Official timekeeper, Swiss Timing. Official suppliers, Lumi. SOS Group. Endorsed product, Sports Systems. Host city, marketing Sheffield and Sheffield International venues.
So there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. Really looking forward to tonight. As I mentioned, Alan March is alongside me in the commentary position, and we want to be hearing from people at home on the live stream and also people in venue as well with the hashtag SummerChamps18. Of course, it's not just tonight that we're thinking about as well right now. We will be showing you very shortly what's coming up in the next few months, particularly those big European Games in Glasgow, where you can get your tickets and all the information you need. We'll bring you very shortly after this teaser video. So there we have it, 3,000 athletes taking part in Glasgow during the European Championships, 50 countries competing, over 6 sports. It's between the 2nd and the 12th of August. You can get your tickets on glasgow2018.com. But of course, it's all about the right here and right now. And we understand that our man, Stephen Jameson, is in with the crowd somewhere on the far side. Steve?
Yeah, thank you very much, John. I'm just waiting to see if anyone around me will actually figure out that I was so incognito. Hi, guys! I was just wondering, I'm loving the Tier fans, by the way, aren't they absolutely amazing? I was just wondering who you're here supporting tonight.
Matt Rogers and Bromley.
Matt Rogers and Bromley. Are we expecting big things of Matt Rogers and Bromley? Cool, he's got his fans in tonight. What are we expecting from Matt Rogers and Bromley? Where can we look out for him?
In the 200 breaststroke.
Can't wait to watch him. Best of luck, guys. Who else is in the crowd? Hello, everyone. Hello. Hello. Who are you here supporting?
Macy Lawrence.
Oh, and she's just over there.
Yeah, she's ignoring me.
Probably really embarrassed. Can't take you parents anywhere. Hi, guys. Who are we here supporting?
Anybody who's the winner.
Anybody who's a winner. That is a very, very optimistic outlook. Ladies and gentlemen, are we excited for tonight? That's what we like to hear. Back to you guys.
Excellent, Steve. Thank you very much for that. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise for our referees and their team of technical officials. Ladies and gentlemen, your referees for this evening's session are Tom Baster and Andrew McRoberts. Your starters for this evening's session are Kevin Patterson and Jerry Metcalf. And your technical director, David Metcalf. Officials, you may be seated.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our first event of the evening. This is the women's 1500 meters freestyle final heat. Lane 0, representing City of Glasgow, Lauren Wetherill. Lane 1, representing City of Oxford, Nicole Ryan. Lane 2, representing Dundee City Aquatics, Iona McLeod. Lane 3, representing City of Leeds, Leah Crisp. In Lane 4, representing Loughborough University, Emily Clark. In Lane 5, representing Nova Centurion, Polly Holden. In Lane 6, representing Barnet Copthall, Fleur Lewis. In Lane 7, representing Stockport Metro, Alicia Hawkins. In Lane 8, representing Leicester Sharks, Michaela Glenister. And in lane 9, representing Thanet Swim, Maisie McCartney. This is the women's 1500 meters freestyle final heat.
Start of this 8th and final heat in the women's 1500 meter freestyle. Of course, those of us that were here in the mid-afternoon session watched the thrills and spills of the 7 previous heats. And we now know permutations of this race, the next 16 minutes or so. And that's a great leap for these 10 swimmers, battling it out in the different age categories. This will be the only race that we will have this evening where it will feature swimmers in different age categories, so not directly against one another but against those in their age group that have gone in the previous heats before them. Let's just break it down for you with different age groups that are taking part. We have the 2 15-year category swimmers, Fleur Lewis in lane 6 and Emma McLeod in lane 2. And just the 2 16-year-old swimmers in this as well, Lauren Wetherell in lane 0. And Michaela Glenister of Leicester in 8. Quite a few in the 17, 18-year category after that. Leah Crisp in 3, Alicia Hawkins in 7, Maisie McCartney in 9. In the 19 years and over, Nicole Ryan in 1, Emily Clark in 4, Holly Holden in 5. So as you can imagine, quite a few permutations here, and we'll make sure yourself and Alan that we talk you through coherently enough exactly what is going on in the pool, what it all means, what sort of times these swimmers are looking at in order to get themselves on the podium, and of course that all-important gold medal at the end of it. Now, there already have been 1 set of medals awarded today in the 13 to 14-year category of this event, so a big well done to our bronze medalist in that, Sophie Freeman, silver medalist Ella Tuck, and winning the gold was Borough of Kirklees' Millie Boulding. So a big well done to those 3 from earlier on today. Their swim's over and done with, and they've got their reward for it. The other 4 categories yet to be decided. Holly Holden of Nova Centurion in lane 5, leading out contenders in this heat. So she's in the senior category, which currently sees Daisy Hill leading the standings there with her time earlier of 17:45.06. So the last quarter of that without a swim cap on. She's got a thick head of hair, so she did well to finish with a PB there, did Daisy Hill. 17:45.06, but Holly Holden and Emily Clark and also Nicole Ryan as well, on paper, can comfortably beat that. So will it be them 3 that will be on the podium in the senior category at the end of it all? Currently in 2nd position, Maisie McCartney in lane 9. Just urged on the far side there by her coach in the central part of the pool. She's in the 17-18-year category, and the pace setter for that currently is Amelia Sanson, 17:07.94. Now, Maisie McCartney's PB is 17:20.43. We'll be looking for quite an improvement from Maisie McCartney in order to be a part of that. The same with Alicia Hawkins in 7. Leah Crisp can beat that based on her personal best in lane 3, so that would put her as the favourite in that respect, but of course a long way to go. So much can go wrong over the course of a 1500 metre freestyle, and also a lot can go right as well. If you just stick to that race plan, you fine-tuned it enough, and you can go out there and execute it on the big stage and get a podium position in your race group.
Keep those tweets coming into us as well. Hashtag Summer Champs 18. Good luck tonight, Ethan, Laura, Rhiannon, Alice. That comes in from Rue Fowler. So keep those tweets coming into us. That's what we like. Messages of support. You can follow British Swimming at British Swimming as well. Use Instagram as well. We're trying to find the winner of our competition from a little bit earlier on to give our prize away. Thank you very much to Tia, UK and Ireland, for giving us a couple of their Alliance rucksacks. We have picked a winner for tonight, but we're going to have to come up with an idea if that person doesn't appear and collect their prize. So we'll figure that out as we go along. Figure it out as she goes along here in lane number 5 is Polly Holton, who is away from the rest, as Jonathan was saying. Far side McCartney of Thanet Swimming second. He's going to be Holden, though, who comes and makes another turn as we get into double digits for laps here underneath the scoreboard end of Ponds Forge. Hopefully you've enjoyed the first 3.5 days of action here at the British Summer Championships 2018. People still coming in all the way throughout the course of this 1500 metres. Just do me a favour, just to make sure all those people in the stands are listening and in a good mood. If you're happy and you've enjoyed the British Summer Champs so far, just put an arm in the air. Just one hand, one arm in the air, hand. Good. Now wave it. I was just feeling lonely, to be fair. Didn't really care whether you'd enjoyed it. I just wanted to wave at everybody on the side. Good stuff. Thank you very much for joining us. You've been tremendous so far throughout the course of these Summer Champs. Keep the cheering going, keep the clapping going, and we'll keep the good racing going, won't we, Jonathan?
We certainly will, Alan. But that won't be down to us. That will be down to the likes of Polly Holden in 5. And there is a really sizable gap that she's got right now. Pretty frightening, really. You'd imagine this sort of lead maybe in around 3 or 4 minutes' time. It'll still be impressive then, but third of the way through, and Polly Holden, she knows what she's doing. That's for sure. We touched in at the 19 years and over. We touched in at the 17 and 18 years as well. Next up, we'll have a look at the 16-year swimmers. And as I said, just the two of them, Lauren Wetherall in 0 and Michaela Glenister in lane 8, as we track their progress right now. Getting the better out of the two is Michaela Glenister in lane 8 from Leicester Sharks. A PB for her of 17:22.7. She'll have to go a couple of seconds quicker than that if she is to beat Neve Hoffland's time from earlier today of 17:18.03. So that is the benchmark for Glenister in lane 8, and also Wetherall in lane 0 to try and get up to that marker and surpass it. And last but by no means least, a double dose of 15-year-old swimmers as well. Aola McLeod in lane 2 from Dundee, and Fleur Lewis from Ronald Copthall in lane 6. They are looking to chase Olivia Clare's 17:34.09. Now, based on the times we've got on paper, McLeod in 2, Lewis in 6, they should comfortably do that. However, it's all about what they do in the pool. Strange things can happen under the lights on the big stage on the national scene. That is why the support from the crowd, the support also from teammates stacked on the far side. You've got City of Leeds over there, and also Stockport Metro as well, a couple of Nova Centurion. Teammates and coaches just edging on Polly Holden on the far side. Just have to keep an eye on the way Polly Holden is swimming this, and the fluency of the arm strokes looking as good now as they did at the start, which is important. Doesn't seem to be any heavy impacts from the palms onto the water. That would be attacking the water. You'll be using it to your strength. As we go past the halfway point, Polly Holden in charge out there at the front. And of course, her real objective here is just to make sure she comes out on top against Nicole Ryan in lane 1 and Emily Clark in lane 4. And she's doing that to a T. Not only is that part of the battle, the other half is beating Daisy Hill's earlier time of 17:45.06, but at the minute She is going to frighteningly smash that. Right. Estimate at this point, still relatively early, of course, just past the halfway point, but a mile or two ahead, really, when you compare the splits from those two races. Polly Holden's PB, 16:43.09, and that is over a minute better than what Daisy Hill managed to achieve earlier today. So we'll keep an eye on her progress, but also the traffic behind her as well. It is pretty much spread out across the pool. You can't really see two swimmers hugging a rope alongside one another, which you usually get over the course of a 1500 metre. Each of these swimmers out there on their own.
So if anybody knows Andy Lobley, we're looking for Andy Lobley in terms of our competition from earlier on. So Andy Lobley, if you can make yourself known to us here in the commentary position, you can either come up and give us a wave or just send us a tweet and we'll come find you. But Andy Lobley is who we're looking for, the winner of the competition from earlier on. As I said last time, it's looking like one winner and one winner only here. Polly Holden in terms of the race against the clock. Nova swimmer going hard, having already won the 800. Now looking to add the 15, and mentioned in commentary the other day, John, know that Nova tend to make some good long distance swimmers.
They really seem to. Just amazed at the moment the gap between Polly Holden up there at the front and Andy Clark in lane 4. Something characteristic from the latter. We look back towards those front positions. Leah Crisp in lane 3 then, and Alicia Hawkins in lane 7. They are in the 17-18 year age group. That is head-to-head stuff between the yellow cap of Crisp in 3 and royal blue hat of Alicia Hawkins in lane 7. When you look at their PBs, Leah Crisp is 13 seconds quicker. There is barely anything to split them in the pool at the moment. They are 3rd and 4th respectively. It is Crisp ahead of Hawkins by just over half a second, 0.6 the separation. Maisie McCartney of Thanet Swim, tasked with a difficult job out wide. No swimmer on the right. On the left, she just sees blue water and the odd official poolside. And she is very sensibly negotiating this pathway to success. It is Hawkins and Crisp in the age group. They're chasing her. And I think that's going to get really interesting getting towards the back end of this. Do keep that in mind. McCartney in 9, Hawkins in 7 and Crisp in 3. We're all aiming for that same gold medal. They are all chomping at the bit. Lane 1, Nicole Ryan of City of Oxford is trying to be the closest senior swimmer to Polly Holden, back in that 19-year bracket. I think right now she would gladly accept a silver from this, with the way it's transpiring, and Polly Holden just blowing everyone out of the water, it seems. .300 metres for Polly Holden remaining. Same now can be said for Maisie McCartney as well as she turns at the scoreboard end. Maisie McCartney herself getting a gold medal in the 800 metre freestyle earlier on this week. That was in the 17-18 year category. Ahead of the likes of Alicia Hawkins, who had to settle for 3rd. It was Crisp 2nd then. It is that order between the 3 right now as well, but the difference between Crisp and Hawkins was almost non-existent. It really will be a case of who dares wins out of those 3 as it gets towards the real nitty-gritty stages of this race. So we follow now Polly Holden. She'll have 200 metres to go as she gets towards the scoreboard end. Not far away at all from hearing the sound of the bell. Will there be any change in her demeanour in the water?
Holden looking very good for taking this 1500 metre British Summer Championships title. In the 19 years category. Current leading time is 17:45.06. Holden heading down to the scoreboard once more as the majority of the field are still heading down towards the diving pit. She's something like a 60-metre lead on lane zero's Weatherall. The 15-year-old very much learning all about 1500s, whereas Holden looks very accomplished over this sort of distance. Of course, not an Olympic sport, or discipline, should I say, for the girls. It is swam at other major events. Whichever rate you're swimming at, 1500s is a grueler. And Holden has worked the hardest and the quickest in this field. Still plenty of energy. If you take a look in lane 3, the feet are going for Leah Crisp. So too here in 1 for Nicole Ryan. And the engine's been turned on for Maisie McCartney of Thanet Swim on the far side as well. But it's a casual Friday swim for Polly Holden. At the touch, 16:39.72. It's a new personal best as far as we know. It certainly wins the age group. That's a fact. Maisie McCartney on the far side. Real good kick for home from Maisie. 16:52.34. Another big personal best for the 16-year-old. And that will win her age group as well. And Alicia Hawkins of Stockport Metro. 16:59 for Hawkins. She comes home in 3rd position. Final few swimmers coming in.
Oh, that is terrific stuff there from Alicia Hawkins of Stockport Metro, who's just snatched a silver away from Leah Crisp by 0.15 seconds. That was an amazing battle right towards the end. Maisie McCartney then has won the gold medal in the 17-18 year category. Silver Hawkins, bronze Crisp, but of course Polly Holden winning the heat as a whole and winning the 19 years and over title in the first final of the night.
So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 13-14 years, 200 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing Bolton Metro, Jake Reynolds. In lane 1, representing Gateshead and Wickham, Ryan Zhao. In lane 2, representing City of Milton Keynes, Rafe Dobson. In lane 3, representing Swansea Aquatics, Anne-Irene Davies. In lane 4, representing Northampton, Harvey Freeman. In lane 5, representing Ellesmere College Titans, George Smith. In lane 6, representing Dartmoor, Cameron Williams. In lane 7, representing Sevenoaks, Jacob Hudson. In lane 8, representing Mid-Sussex, Michael Edwards. And in lane 9, representing Shiverers, Elijah Kendrick. This is the men's 13-14 years, 200 metres breaststroke final.
we go, with a decent start being made in lane 1. And the stages by Ryan Gell of Gateshead and Wickham. You can see the GW on his cap. Cap as well, you have to say, as lane 5 going to a bit of a stride. George Smith, National College Titans. And a time earlier of 2:29.47. That was just under a second slower than Harvey Freeman. And of course lines up in the fastest seeded lane of lane 4 after his PB recorded this morning, 2:28.6. Now, Harvey Freeman already has a medal to his name in the breaststroke, the 100-metre breaststroke that was, but it was a bronze medal, something he will be looking to better here. At the moment, he's just getting himself stuck a wee bit, a bit of syrup in the centre of the pool, but maybe in the second half of this race he can really kick on and show that sort of 100-metre breaststroke form that he showed earlier on this week to get on the podium. Turning in first at this moment in time as an Irene Davies of Swansea Aquatics. 1:10.17 was the split for him there. Smith routed back into second position. Still towards the front we have Ryan Gell after that promising start early on, but as we suspected in lane 4, Harvey Freeman of Northampton is really beginning to claw his way forward now, almost in the exact same fashion as lane 6 and Cameron Williams of Dartmoor, and we know that he is very much capable of pulling a rabbit out of a hat with some of the form that he has demonstrated over the course of these first 3.5 days in Ponds Forge. But the first turn being made for home by an Irene Davies of Swansea Aquatics. He is in pole position.
The lady with the Welsh flag is going for it once again, high up in the rooftops of Ponds Forge, and she is cheering probably as loudly as the rest put together here, hymning it down at the pool. Davies of Swansea in first position, but it's going to be tight in the end. That turn means nothing because here comes Freeman, here comes Smith, here comes Williams, and it is Williams that has a fractional lead. The Dartmoor swimmer into the final 5, and Williams has had a powerhouse of a finish. Brilliant personal best. It's massive from Williams. There we go. Williams, Freeman, Davies getting it in third position in the end. 2:26.01 for Davies. Does that make the lady happy? She's buying us all pop. That's what she said. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 15 years, 200 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing York City, Jason Robson. Lane 1, representing Warren de Bath Club, Angus Allison. In lane 2, representing Ealing, Pietro Lombaro. In lane 3, representing Taunton Dean, Dylan Gallagher. In lane 4, representing City of Oxford, Billy Watton. In lane 5, representing Millfield, William Ellington. In lane 6, representing Dulwich Dolphins, Theodore Thompson. In lane 7, representing Watford, Lewis Shaler. In lane 8, representing Bromley, Pravin Mahendrakpur. In lane 9, representing City of Coventry, Ryan Griffiths. This is the men's 15 years, 200 metres breaststroke final.
Zero. That is a very bright start from Jason Robson of York City. First earlier on this week in the 50-metre breaststroke. He's certainly showing his exploits over one length in the first quarter of this. Of course, all about sustaining that sort of advantage. No doubt those in the middle will come hunting in a pack very shortly indeed on the turn. Fair play to Robson, who has managed to keep up that sort of pressure, but no surprise at all. Those down the spine of the pool, that dynamic duo here. Billy Wootton in lane 4 of City of Oxford, backed by that big red army on the far side as well. And William Ellington of Millfield School in lane 5, more or less turning simultaneously, but still behind Robson in lane 0 for York City. If he can keep this up over the next 100 metres, it'll be well impressive on the outside lane. His PB is 2:26.85, which does rival those in the middle. Certainly the time got earlier by William Ellington, 2:26.74. He can go quicker, as can Billy Wootton, who was half a second outside of his PB with that heat time performance. Wootton himself earlier this week getting a bronze medal in the 100-metre breaststroke. William Ellington, the gold medalist from that event. Double the distance though, and it is proving to really be an interesting battle. Robson, good over a quarter of a 200-metre distance. He's doing it over the course of the full swim, it seems. Ellington's good over half of it. He's in third. Wootton, the bronze medalist from that 100-metre bout, is now the one in front on the turn, and we have Dylan Gallagher of Taunton Deane joining in the party towards the front, and now we have the case of 4 swimmers going for the 3 medals on offer here. In pole position, it's Billy Wootton of City of Oxford. Those on the far side in red just urging him towards the scoreboard as quickly as possible, but he's behind you. William Ellington of Millfield in lane 5 is coming round the side, and he has done it. 2:22.71. Wootton in second, and Robson does it in third. Well, you have to feel a bit sorry for Dylan Gallagher, because he gave as good as he got there, 2:24.89, but it just was not enough, despite that big PB for him, to break into the top 3. Robson in third then. It was Ellington first, Wootton in between them in second. Brilliant final.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 16 years, 200 metres breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing Team Bath, Ethan McNeil. In lane 1, representing Bishop Stortford, Bryn Kosa. Lane 2, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Charlie Hutchison. In lane 3, representing Nochio, Rodri Williams. Lane 4, representing Millfield, William Mitchell. Lane 5, representing City of Leicester, William Bell. Lane 6, representing Bells Hill, Greg Fairbairn. Lane 7, representing Sutton Cheam, Andre Jeziak. In lane 8, representing North Ayrshire, Rory Dixon. And in lane 9, representing City of Oxford, Kenji McDade. This is the men's 16 years, 200 metres breaststroke final. On offer. It's like we've got some really good breaststrokers at the moment, isn't it? In these times. I'm sure we're heading for more success in this very category in the not too distant future, but this is the future what we're looking at. All these youngsters have to start somewhere. Adam Peaty has to start somewhere and then become the monster that he is. Who's the next big star of the breaststroke world? Well, we could be watching them. No, but the best of the starts belongs to Rodri Williams. The touch, 107.25. Second, William Bell, City of Leicester, 108.65. Third, William Mitchell of Millfield, 108.85. It's just short of a body length lead here. As Williams. Can he hang on to that? Did he go too soon? Is Bell just waiting? This is the 50 to go. Back they come. Williams has had a very good 150, but there's some good work here being put in by Bell off the turn. And now we've got a race. Front two for first, then being followed by three of them that want the third place. This is what we wanted. Big races. Big results for these young men. And at the moment, hanging on here, Williams. He seems to have got some power back from somewhere, and inside the final 10, he might just have enough here to take this title. Up towards the wall he comes, reaches out, and touches gold. 2:19.58. Second, it's Bell. Third is Hutchison. That is a personal best by nearly 5 seconds for Rodri Williams. What a swim. In fact, all of the top three there getting personal best. Well done. Ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause. That was an exciting finish to the end of that one. Those tweets coming in. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the men's 17-18 years, 200 meters breaststroke final. Lane 0, representing City of Sheffield, Michaela Rosenfeld. In lane 1, representing Davencio, Joshua Pemberton. Lane 2, representing Plymouth Leander, Liam Davis. Lane 3, representing Hatfield, Nathan Hughes. In lane 4, representing City of Derby, Gregory Butler. In lane 5, representing City of Cardiff, Kyle Booth. Lane 6, representing Bromley, Matthew Rogers. In lane 7, representing City of Cardiff, Bradley Newman. In lane 8, representing City of Oxford, Connor Bryan. And in lane 9, representing Plymouth Leander, Tom Bagley. This is the men's 17-18 years, 200 metres breaststroke final.
There we go, solid start up from Nathan Hughes in lane 3, who's certainly got a tough test alongside him. And now Gregory Butler of City of Derby, his PB 2:15.75, which reads better than anyone else in the pool by 2 seconds to nearest rival Connor Bryan in lane 8 of City of Oxford. His PB, not swam this season, but 2:17.79. He was around 3.5 seconds off that sort of pace earlier on, which is why he has started on one of the outer lanes. But Nathan Hughes, meanwhile, on the other end of the spectrum, coming into this with his best swim ever, 2:18.68 that he got this morning in this event. And this is third final, of course, after getting the 1500 metre freestyle yesterday. on the same day, and we got the 400 IM title as well. But at the moment, he's chasing shadows a wee bit with the way that Gregory Butler is attacking this. Coming towards the halfway point, the man from Derby is in control by around a length's lead ahead of Carl Booth in lane 5 and Conor Bryan in lane 8 as well on the turn. Gap reading at just over a second, 1-1-1 between Butler and Booth down the central 2 lanes, and Bryan making sure he's not forgotten about at all, certainly making sure that we don't forget about him. Is that contingent on the far side again from Oxford, who are all up there off of their benches and towards the edge of the pool, cheering him on that far side. Nathan Hughes still trying to make a few inroads here. He's pretty much level with Matthew Rogers, who's also part of the chasing pack, but the turn for 50 now on, and leading the way is Greg Butler.
A youngster from City of Derby leading a breaststroke event. Where have we seen all this before? Good stuff from Butler so far, turning back for home, but he's got all sorts of pressure coming here. Either side of him, Hughes and Booth want a piece of this gold medal. Has Gregory Butler got what it takes? Through 25 he comes. He looks decent here. He's got about half a body on the 2 either side of him, but there's still 15 to go, and actually all of a sudden Butler looks the fresher of the 3 of them. Hughes starts to come back on his left, but they are not going to get there, and it's going to Derby with Gregory Butler in gold. Booth getting into second, 2:16.53. Hughes 2:16.54, but it is a new personal best for Gregory Butler, 2:15.20. And once again, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause. All 3 in the top 3 breaking their personal best. That's all we want to see. Good swims from the youngsters. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event, the men's 19 years and over 200 meters breaststroke final. In lane 0, representing Ealing, John Britton. In lane 1, representing University of Stirling, George Clough. In lane 2, representing City of Cardiff, James Lewis. In lane 3, representing Loughborough, Edward Baxter. In lane 4, representing City of Oxford, Toby Mackay, champion. In lane 5, representing Plymouth Leander, Adam Chillingworth. In lane 6, representing University of Stirling, Craig Benson. In lane 7, representing Bath University, Jacob Greenhow. In lane 8, representing Edinburgh University, Daniel Lim. And in lane 9, representing Brighton, Dominic Polling. This is the 19 years and over 200 meters breaststroke final. This is your final then. Moving on to the 100 freestyle action tonight. We're starting with some quick racing. This is the final race. We will be seeing the GC Summer Champion 2018. Huge cheer for Toby Mackay, champion of Oxford, when we read his name out. This is cheer from the side of the pool. Against Craig Benson, who's got off to a great 75 and is continuing. Chillingworth is just about touching the toes of Benson as they come towards the wall. But here in sixth, the man from Uni of Stirling. The 24-year-old has the lead. A personal best of 2:09.07, a season's best 2:10.09. Didn't need anything like that this morning when he went to 2:15.78. He's already won the 50 breast and the 100 breast. This is for the hat-trick here at these British Summer Champs.
That lead looks as if it's now beginning to be gobbled up by Adam Chillingworth of Plymouth Leander, whose PB earlier today was 2:14.75, and he's actually the only one in the pool here who managed to get a PB this morning. There were a couple of seasons best in there with Toby Mackay, champion in 4, and James Lewis in lane 2 as well. But momentum seemingly then was with Chillingworth. That may now have evaporated, and the coin has flipped instead for Toby Mackay, champion maybe to be the next contender. But all of this is happening behind Craig Benson still. University of Stirling swimmer is still the man in control, and he is the man who is bearing down on the gold medal here. It looks like it'll be outside of his personal best, but it will not matter because he has a sizable buffer over the rest of the pool. Close for second as well coming in. Champion ahead of Chillingworth. Cue the Oxford roars. Benson first then 2:10.25. Toby Mackay champion on 2:13.99. 200ths of a second ahead of Chillingworth. A solid handshake between those main contenders there as they leave the water after a thrilling set of men's 200-metre breaststroke finals.
Keep those tweets coming in. Suzanne Pritchard says, can you hear us cheering from Spain? Don't forget, this is on the live stream. And yes, we can hear you cheering from Spain. Our competition winner has finally got in touch, so we'll have him in a moment. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's 13-14 years 100 metres freestyle final. Lane 0 representing Bishop Stortford, Millie Fields. Lane 1 representing Colchester, Sophie Freeman. Lane 2 representing Swansea Aquatics, Chloe Pritchard. Lane 3 representing Bromley, Tamarin Van Selm. In lane 4, representing Nova Centurion, Freya Colbert. Lane 5, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Chiara Tomasello. Lane 6, representing Chesterfield, Amber Downham. Lane 7, representing City of Glasgow, Katie Shanahan. In lane 8, representing Natari West London, Clara Van Oppel. And in lane 9, representing Bromley, Evelyn Davis. This is the women's 13-14 years, 100 metres freestyle final. Away we go then, we're into the 100 metres then. This is their opportunity to race down, make one turn and get that turn wrong. It could be so costly. Who's been working on it in training the hardest? Up they come then, Colbert. The pocket rocket they call her at Nova Centurion, 27.89 the turn. On the left-hand side of her, Tamarind Van Selm from Bromley is the competition. Those two starting to pull away. Colbert still has a little bit of a lead as they head up towards that 15-metre marker. It's Colbert and Van Selm. Anybody else want to join the party? It looks like these two, the green cap of Nova, into the final five. Who's got the longest reach? Who's got the finish? Van Selm takes it. 56.88, 1/10 of a second from Colbert. Big personal best for Tamarind Van Selm and for Colbert. And a personal best for Freeman as well. So the top three, once again, getting personal bests. Short distance, big gains, that's what we like. And we can see you mums rocking to this one. Thinking of your youth. Don't forget, keep your tweets coming in. Hashtag SummerChamps18. Kirsty says, wow, Greg. Another PB swim a little bit earlier on. Nikki Hammond says, go Team Bath. We'll be watching at work. We won't tell. Good evening to you on the stream. A big good evening to you if you're just joining us here in the stands of Ponds Forge. There's some more good racing to come. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes of our next event. This is the women's 15 years, 100 metres freestyle final. Lane 0 representing Newcastle, Lola Davison. Lane 1 representing Aberdeen, Rosie Morgan. Lane 2 representing Warren de Bar Club, Katie Goodburn. Lane 3 representing Heart of Midlothian, Emma Russell. Lane 4 representing Natare West London, Caroline Lewitt. Lane 5 representing Northampton, Betsy Wizard. Lane 6 representing Davencio, Mia Slevin. Lane 7 representing City of Newport, Scarlett Major. In lane 8 representing City of Leicester, Maisie Elliott. And in lane 9 representing Barnes Swimming Club, Megan Barnes. This is the women's 15 years, 100 metres freestyle final. Start on this near side for Rosie Morgan. Number 1, she seems to have the edge in these very early stages of this 15 years freestyle final, but here they come in the middle. That's what they're there for, good times from this morning's heats. So they get the chance to go from the middle lanes, and it's Betsy Wizard looking to work her magic again here on a freestyle event. Lewitt in second for Natari West London. And Morgan did get off to a good start in his third, and she's still pushing on. She could even be just about level with second as they come past my eye line. It's really tight for second, but Wizard has a little bit more, and here comes Morgan again. Had a great start, good turn, racing back. Wizard might just hang on, but Morgan should get second. It's Wizard, 57.02. Oh, Wizard was flying 57.02, Morgan 57.37, and Caroline Lewitt 57.58. Big personal best for Wizard. Equally a PB for Morgan. That's the 15 years event done and dusted. Well done to Andy Lobley. He's having his picture taken with his brand new Tia bag. Well done to him. Now he has to decide who he gives the bag to. Wrap it up for Christmas, mate. Save some money. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's 16 years, 100 meters freestyle final. In lane 0, representing City of Sheffield, Alice Thickett. Lane 1, representing Nataria West London, Kirsten Harvey. Lane 2, representing Mount Kelly, Kaylee Decker. Lane 3, representing City of Newport, Megan Allison. Lane 4, representing City of Derby, Sophie Yendel. In lane 5, representing Nofio, Elena Morgan. In lane 6, representing Camden Swiss Cottage, Anna Padugiel. In lane 7, representing Mount Kelly, Macy Lawrence. In lane 8, representing Plymouth Leander, Duru Tanir. And in lane 9, representing Swim Gwynedd, Mehdi Harris. This is the women's 16 years, 100 meters freestyle final. Macy Lawrence. Mount Kelly, personal best 57.26. The heat. Easy to Lawrence that has the halfway end of Derby. Another victory for City of Derby this season. Can she do it? Delivering either side at the moment from Allison and Morgan. They're all catching up with Lawrence, but it's Yendel in the middle with Allison and Morgan as they come to the final 5. It's going to be between Allison and Morgan as they come to the wall. Morgan's got there, 57.23. Personal best for Elena Morgan then, 57.23. Allison in second, 57.35. That's a personal best. And Sophie Yendel gets one of those PBs next to her name as well. 57.38 is what it took to come third in this one. Just waiting for the official results to come through. I understand that potentially a disqualification, just to jangle your nerves a bit. Judy Grosvenor says good luck to the Birmingham boys in the relay later. Thank you very much to Judy. Come on, Keris, says Paul Bennett, Torfane Dolphin swimmer. If you've got a message, it's nice and simple. Hashtag Summer Champs, we'll read it out. And there we go, the results are on the board. A confirmation of that disqualification in lane number 7. Well done, Morgan, Allison and Yendel. They took the medals. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event, the women's 17-18 years, 100 meters freestyle final. In lane 1, representing Preston, Emily Peck. In lane 2, representing Woking, Anna Main. In lane 3, representing Wickham District, Jemima Hall. In lane 4, representing Stockport Metro, Elizabeth Harris. In lane 5, representing Team Bath, Laura McNabb. In lane 6, representing City of Sheffield, Kate Clifton. In lane 7, representing St Thomas, Sophie Smith. In lane 8, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Phoebe Griffiths. And in lane 9, representing Team Bath, Rhiannon Bowen. This is the women's 17-18 years, 100 metres freestyle final. Good start here by Harris of Stockport Metro. On the near side, we've got Main in 2. It's Peck, who just had a good start herself in number 1, but has faded somewhat towards the wall, turned in 5th in the end. Check on times with Jemima Hall there. I think registering for the Wickham swimmer. But there's no doubting our leader with 25 to come. Harris, does she have this in the bag?
Well, you can just see that straight line, 3 either side of her here that are gunning for silver and bronze. They'd like a gold, but they're not going to get it with the way that Elizabeth Harris has gone about this swim here. It has been sensational from start to finish. And a PB as well as she gets the goal. 55.65, a second of the day for Harris. Jemima Hall in second spot then, almost a full second behind, 0.99 the separation from first to second, but second place Hall getting a PB nevertheless. And Sophie Smith in third on 56.71, tied with Anna Main. Unbelievable finish to that one. A PB for Smith, not for Main. Nevertheless, she gets a medal from that swim.
Martin says good luck to Tony Shaw from Mum, Dad, Alex and Chester the dog. I'm assuming you're at home. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's 19 years and over correction. Ladies and gentlemen, let's go downstairs and have an interview instead of a race, shall we? That's a good idea.
Thank you very much, Alan. We were waiting so patiently. Lizzie Harris, congratulations. What an amazing swim. Huge PB for you there on the 100. How's that feel?
Yeah, really good. It's something that I've worked hard for all season, so I'm really happy about that.
And how pleasing is it to get that payoff right at the end of the season, the moment you've worked up to all year?
Oh yeah, it's a great feeling.
And what have you got planned in the future? I know these events are never the full stop. There's always something more. What's the next target for you?
Yeah, just carrying on, starting to break into senior teams.
Well, it sounds like a pretty good plan, ladies and gentlemen. Your gold medalist, Lizzie Harris. Well done.
I was glad we got the interview in there. I was so keen to get some more racing underway. Sorry, Stephen. Nice interview, though. Thank you very much to all the athletes who do take time out to have a chat with JMO. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 19 years and over 100 metres freestyle final. In lane 0, representing Edinburgh University, Tane Bruce. In lane 1, representing Loughborough University, Candice Hall. In lane 2, representing Loughborough University, Amy Grant. In lane 3, representing Loughborough University, Emily Crane. In lane 4, representing Woking, Hannah Burville. In lane 5, representing Loughborough University, Emily Barclay. In lane 6, representing Loughborough University, Beth Aitchison. In lane 7, representing Edinburgh University, Rachel Louise Masson. In lane 8, representing City of Birmingham, Zoe Bozzard-Hill. And in lane 9, representing City of Glasgow, Emily Horn. This is the women's 19 years and over 100 metres freestyle final. Good timing for Beth Aitchison to be swimming. Good tweet here from Darren Aitchison. Darren and Nikki, well done to you. Celebrating your 22nd wedding anniversary. Where are you? I can't find you, so you'll be here somewhere, I'm sure. There they are over there. This is the 9th year in a row they've celebrated their wedding anniversary here at Pondsforge. Well, actually, they've only come to see me for 9 years in a row, isn't that true, Darren? Yes, we know. But here we are. Beth is racing away once again. Big congratulations to Darren. Thank you very much to you and Nikki for tweeting that into us. Can Beth get you a win to celebrate it with? She's got some work to do here. Barkley turning in first, Crane in second, Burville in third. It was Aitchison in fourth position, but it's all starting to tie up a little bit, except for the lady in 3. Crane now gets herself about a half a body length lead as we come to 10 metres to go. Crane in the dark cap, now starting to get caught, but I think Crane will hang on here as they come to the wall. It's Crane, Burville and bronze for Aitchison. That saves him buying a gift. Joint third then, Grant and Aitchison from Loughborough, and it was only Woking's Burville that stopped Loughborough taking the whole lot. Emily Crane taking the victory. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's multi-classification 200 metres individual medley final. In lane 0, representing Rotherham Metro, Joseph Siege. In lane 1, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Connor Morrison. Lane 2, representing City of Norwich, Jordan Catchpole. Lane 3, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Thomas Hamer. In lane 4, representing Pembrokeshire County Swimming, Rhys Davies. In lane 5, representing Torfaen Dolphins, Dylan Broom. In lane 6, representing Wickham District, Tyler Hianu. In lane 7, representing Dundee City Aquatics, Jack Milne. In lane 8, representing Kingston upon Hill, Liam Spence. And in lane 9, representing Torfaen Dolphins, Alex Rosser. This is the men's multi-classification 200 metres individual medley final. Here getting a bit of fine-tuning as they head towards Dublin. The competition, ABC Para Swimming European Championships. It starts on the 13th of August until the 18th. And there's always an expectation to win medals for these para swimmers, and they've become so good as a team at bringing home a good haul from the last few events under the team and Roxville Eye Chris Ferber has put together. He and his staff seem to be finding some real gems in the para-swimming world. Some good young names on offer here as well. Rhys Davies and Dylan Broom spring to mind straight away, but he has already a superstar in Thomas Hamer. Jordan Catchpole pushing on the door as well. This is, despite being a multi-class event, actually all of our swimmers in this one are SM14, so it will just be the first to the wall that gets the prize.
And these swimmers, incidentally, are trying to get as close as possible to the current S14 that world record at this event, which stands at 2:08.98. It's a world record. I expect it to be beaten. That's not what we're asking for here. We're just wanting them to get as close as possible. And of course, the one that does that the quickest, so i.e. in this case, just wins the race, with them all being in the same classification, will indeed get the most points, and that is how we give out our medals. So, we're at the end of the breast, 50 minutes to go now. It's all about that splash and dash towards the finish and towards the scoreboard end. In lane 4, Rhys Davies of Pembrokeshire is the one who is just trailing, but ever so slightly there, of Tyler Ianu of Wickham District. 25 minutes to go. It's still the latter with that little bit of a margin, but battering hard in lane 3 is Tom Hamer of City of Manchester. Has he got enough room left in the pool here to not only take past Rhys Davies, which he's done with relative ease, but now also Ianu as well as they come in towards the wall? Hamer has done it fantastically well as well. Less than half a second in it. 830 points. But there may be a bit of an alteration to where those medals are going to be going, because just need confirmation of what is what, and there is a DQ in lane 3. The gold for Tyler Ianu of Wickham District, 821, 10 points ahead of Davies. And Broom in third, 780, 3 points ahead of Jordan Catchpole. Drama.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's multi-classification 200 meters individual medley final. In lane 0, representing Barking and Dagenham Aquatics, Brock Whiston. In lane 1, representing Hoddesdon, Grace Harvey. In lane 2, representing Mount Kelly, Lily McLeod. In lane 3, representing Basildon, Danielle Artin. In lane 4, representing City of Norwich, Jessica Jane Applegate. In lane 5, representing University of Aberdeen Performance, Tony Shaw. In lane 6, representing North Ayrshire, Abby Kane. In lane 7, representing Borders Elite Swim Team, Beth Johnston. And in lane 8, representing Camden Swiss Cottage, Eleanor Simmons. This is the women's multi-classification 200 meters individual medley final.
go. And of course, Ellie Simmons going in lane 8. She is actually the world record holder in the SM6 level, 2:59.81. Wouldn't that be just brilliant if she could beat that here in the pool? Of course, taking a little bit off the gas earlier on today, with 3:11.55 being her time in the heat. It is the times that have seeded these swimmers as to where they are in the pool, not necessarily the points they got. So it still is a case of waiting for everyone to come home before we know exactly who's going to get these medals. In lane 4 then, Jessica Jane Applegate is one of just 2 SM14 swimmers taking to the pool here. Danielle Hartin is the other in lane 3. So of course Jessica Jane Applegate at the moment ahead of Hartin. So that's at least one rival for now out of the way, at least coming towards the halfway point. Tony Short in lane 5, SM9 swimmer, just 14 years of age, turning 15. A week on Sunday. And one of big talented pool of British para swimmers right now. I was commenting on the great job that British para swimming are doing at the moment and bringing through the next crop of swimmers. Tony Short, definitely one of them in the S9, SM9 category as well. Lane 0 have got an eye here on Brock Whiston, marking and dagging him in the SM10 classification. She can go an awful lot quicker than what she demonstrated earlier on today. She got 3:14.74. PB is 2:27.09. Which is only 2.5 seconds or so off the world record set by Sophie Pascoe. And of course we have here with us at Ponds Forge through the week. She's swum quite a few times so far. It's been brilliant to have her on board. So, turf home is on then for Jessica Jane Applegate. What sort of time is she going to produce here? PB for her is 2:25.75. It's a very, very difficult world record to get close to, 2:18.37. Should be about now, and still 50 metres or so from home, Jessica Jane Applegate. So how many multi-class points will this cost her as she comes up to the wall? 797. It's beatable, but it is still a very good score indeed from Applegate. Now the chase is on for everyone else coming towards home. We look at Tony Shaw, 812. So Shaw ahead of Applegate. Of course, we've still got quite a few finishers coming in here. So we will look in lanes 1 and 8, and it actually will be lane 1, Grace Harvey, who will win that battle out of the SM6 swimmers. So we know Ellie Simmons definitely will not get gold in this. Will Grace Harvey get enough of a point shield? Oh yes she will. 914 is huge from Grace Harvey, whose pedigree just gets bigger and bigger. Earlier on this week, managing to get first in the 400 free, third in the 100 free, and of course the 200 metres, doing a bit of everything. She has managed to come out on top. 914 then for Harvey Simmons, does still get silver. A 1-2 for the SM6 swimmers.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 13-14 years, 100 metres butterfly final. In lane 0, representing Millfield, Calvin Fry. In lane 1, representing Enfield, Sam Cornish. In lane 2, representing Sevenoaks, Louis Hayes. Lane 3, representing City of Liverpool, Ellis Cleworth. In lane 4, representing Hatfield, Michael Klimaszewski. In lane 5, representing Plymouth Leander, James Hart. In lane 6, representing Wickham District, Samuel Tucker. In lane 7, representing Tigers of Jersey, Isaac Dodds. In lane 8, representing City of Leeds, Emilio Paniagua Gutierrez. And in lane 9, representing Davencio, it's Jacob Whittle. This is the men's 13-14 years, 100 meters butterfly final.
Favourite based on his time earlier on today, 58.4. He and James Hart. PB's under a minute. 58.99 for Hart. The rest of the pool aiming to break that 60-second barrier for the very first time. What a place to do it. And, well, certainly Louis Hayes of Sevenoaks is demonstrating that he is keen to be one of those up there towards the front. Of course, as we expect, Klimaszewski and Hart down the middle in 4 and 5 respectively. The ones currently tussling away for the goal. It's like a tug of war right now. Who has the upper hand? Whose arms are going to be out in front of them as they get towards the wall? It's all about momentum, and Klimaszewski has done it. Half a second off the PB from this morning, 57.98. James Hart improving his PB as well by a similar margin, but not enough in order to get the gold. Cleworth and Tucker under a minute for the first time, and the bonus for Cleworth being his bronze.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 15 years, 100 meters butterfly final. In lane 0, representing City of Southampton, Marcus Tambling. Lane 1, representing Millfield, Sean Patrick McGowan. Lane 2, representing Millfield, Sean Sasai. In lane 3, representing City of Sheffield, Ruben Vista. In lane 4, representing Northampton, Edward Mildred. In lane 5, representing Skipton, Ned Sharp. In lane 6, representing City of Glasgow, Mark Ford. In lane 7, representing Basildon, Lewis Binning. In lane 8, representing Portsmouth North Sea, Marcus Scullion. And in lane 9, representing Millfield, William Ellington. This is the men's 15 years, 100 meters butterfly final. Butterfly action. Only did Millfield get two swimmers next to each other. They got two Seans next to each other. What chances of that? There they are. Sean Sight, Sean Patrick McGowan. Millfield will have a hat-trick of swimmers in this one. William Ellington. He tapped the turn. Northampton's Edward Mildred that leads the way. 26.38. Skipton's very own Ned Sharp in second. 26.44. And then it's Sight of Millfield in third position. Going well here, Mildred looks the stronger. looks the quicker as they come to the final 15. He should have enough here to take this title in the 15 years. Coming strongly to his left is Vista of City of Sheffield. The battle for third is on, but it's Mildred's gold. Mildred, Vista, Mark Ford. That's the 1, 2, 3 here in the men's 15 years butterfly. That's now confirmed. Just going back to the swim in the 13-14 years category, Michael Klimaszewski broke the 13 years British record. So well done to him, good youngster, good swim, and a new record for the 13. Well done, Michael Klimaszewski. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 16 years 100 meters butterfly final. In lane 0, representing Team Ipswich, Elliot Day. In lane 1, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Charlie Hutchison. In lane 2, representing Stowmarket, Manfred Battle. In lane 3, representing Swansea Aquatics, Rhys Edwards. In lane 4, representing Royal Wolverhampton School, Matthew Richards. Lane 5, representing Millfield, Hugh Williams. Lane 6, representing City of Cardiff, Benjamin Chuyin. Lane 7, representing Nova Centurion, Cole Hewitt. In lane 8, representing Tynemouth, Will Morris. And in lane 9, representing West Suffolk, Jag Boya. This is the men's 16 years 100 meters butterfly final.
Several PBs into that this morning in the 100 metre qualify out of these swimmers, and of course the favourite Matthew Richards, who every time you see his name pop up on Twitter on the hashtag SummerChamps 18, seems to be him getting a new Welsh record. Well, let's see what he can produce in the pool here. Lane 1, this is fantastic from Charlie Hutchison of Ellesmere College Titans, who seems to do this quite often, being a final on one of the outer lanes from the centre and still burst his way forward. Already this week he's managed first in the 400 individual medley and the 200 fly as well, over half the distance. What can he produce? He may have to only settle for silver as Matthew Richards really carves open the rest of the pool and wins it as well. 51.54. 54.51, just as impressive as he touches in there. 54.97 for Charlie Hutchison and Benjamin Chuyin as well touching in. And we understand as well that that is a new British record for Matthew Richards. So big congratulations to him.
So, the record being whispered in our ear. Good night for it so far. Keep your messages of support coming through social media as well. Hashtag SummerChamps18 is where it's all at. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 17-18 years, 100 meters butterfly final. In lane 0, representing Exeter City, Alec White. In lane 1, representing Plymouth Leander, James Watson. Lane 2, representing Millfield, Santos Villalon. In lane 3, representing Hillingdon, Ben Hooper. Lane 4, representing Swansea Aquatics, Lewis Fraser. Lane 5, representing Mount Kelly, Sam Daly. Lane 6, representing Warren de Bart, Archie Goodburn. Lane 7, representing Millfield, Jacob Goodman. Lane 8, representing Hatfield, James Woodward. And in lane 9, representing City of Leicester, Lewis Kerrod. This is the men's 17-18 years, 100 meters butterfly final. White, Watson, and Allen, Hooper, Fraser, Daly, Goodburn, Goodman, Woodward, and Kerrod. That's the lineup we've got here in the 17-18 years at 100 metres butterfly. And a couple of British age records go already. Are we greedy to ask for more? Who knows? Turning here at the diving pit end, the one and only turn in this race, of course, and it's Mount Kelly's Daly that leads the way from Fraser of Swansea, and it's Warrender's Goodburn after that. Hooper of Hillingdon was in 4th. Here in lane 4, it's Fraser that has the lead. Coming good is Millfield's Villalon on this near side. Villalon trying to get past the man on his right, Hooper. It should be Fraser's race, and it is. 53.98 as well. Villalon of Millfield, 54.47 in second. And Archie Goodburn of Warrender, 54.52. That's the top 3. Let's go downstairs and hear from Stephen Jameson.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alan. British records falling all over the place. And ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it for another one. Matt Richards here with me. Matt, what a stunning swim. First of all, were you expecting that? That was some way off the old one.
Yeah, no, I was really happy with that. I've been working really hard recently on the fly in the short distance free, so I knew I had something coming, but I'm pleased that it was that, so yeah.
And on the big stage as well, that must be particularly pleasing for you. Is a record like that, do you let your mind think about that at all, or is it just purely the time, doesn't even enter it?
Yeah, no, I think having a time as a target is always good. It's always good to have your goals and things, but more that race I was mainly focusing on my processes and my goals for how I swam the race rather than the outcome. But yeah, I was really pleased with that.
And I know you've been around the national scene for a while. How much do you enjoy these events, coming to them, swimming on the big stage in front of everyone?
Yeah, no, it's a great environment. It's a great atmosphere. It's a lovely pool, and yeah, I really enjoy it. It's great. It's one of my favourite meets of the year.
Well, you certainly did it justice. Ladies and gentlemen, your gold medalist and British record holder, Matt Richards.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the men's 19 years and over 100 metres butterfly final. In lane 0, representing City of Milton Keynes, Oliver Maltby. In lane 1, representing City of Salford, Lewis Clough. In lane 2, representing Loughborough University, Kevin Wallbank. In lane 3, representing City of Sheffield, Cameron Brooks-Clark. In lane 4, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Sam Horrocks. In lane 5, representing Warrington, Matthew Domville. In lane 6, representing Exeter City, Dominic Wooldridge. In lane 7, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Jamie Ingram. In lane 8, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Jacob Jackson. And in lane 9, representing University of Stirling, Martin Walton. This is the men's 19 years and over, 100 metres butterfly final.
Really nice start that from Sam Horrocks in lane 4 for City of Manchester, holding himself under the water for a substantial period of time there, of course, before 50-metre mark though. That is the most important part of that. It's the best for him earlier, 53.75. 3 in the pool. We've got the season's best, Dominic Wooldridge, one of them as well in lane 6. Northern Maltby in lane 0, celebrating his 21st birthday yesterday. Here with us in Holmes Forge. But now this gets to the business end of the race, and it is Sam Horrocks who's the man to beat with 25 minutes to go. Just to his right-hand side, Matthew Domville of Warrington, and to the left as well, Cameron Brooks-Clark of City of Sheffield has really got the bit between his teeth now and trying to scurry as quickly as possible towards the wall. It looks as if Horrocks is surrounded here. He's going to get the touch. It is Cameron Brooks-Clark of City of Sheffield. 52.89 is a new PB for him. Sam Horrocks having to settle for second. Domville in third. Really strong swim that from Cameron Brooks-Clark. A very good set of finals once again in the men's 100-metre butterfly. Look at the scoreboard end, and you've got a bit of an idea of what's coming next.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's 13-14 years, 200 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing City of Leeds, Ella Cooper. In lane 1, representing City of Sheffield, Abigail Miles. In lane 2, representing City of Sheffield, Issy May Reeves. In lane 3, representing Tunbridge, Caitlin Ebbage. In lane 4, representing City of Glasgow, Katie Shanahan. In lane 5, representing Borough of Waltham Forest, Emily Eiley. In lane 6, representing City of Leeds, Kiddiest Hodgson. In lane 7, representing Mount Kelly, Bella Hodges. In lane 8, representing Torfaen Dolphins, Keris Rosser. And in lane 9, representing City of Glasgow, Elise McQueenie. This is the women's 13-14 years, 200 metres backstroke final.
And away we go then with the first set of women's 200-metre backstroke finals, the 13-14 year category. And of course we always touch on personal best coming into this. Who is in the best sort of form? As we did into tonight's final, Cadius Hodgson in lane 6 and Kelly's Rossa in lane 8, the only two that could boast a lifetime best from this morning's session. The likes of Katie Shanahan in lane 4, Caitlin Ebbage in 3, Emily Eiley in 5. They can swim better than they proved earlier on today, particularly Shanahan, who was 2 seconds slower than the PB that she recorded earlier on this calendar year. And Shanahan herself has already claimed first so far over the course of this week, the 400 IM title going her way. And the backstroke leading at the halfway point as well. Caitlin Ebbage of Tunbridge in lane 3, the one occupying second right now. She finished third in the 100 backstroke earlier on this week. Finishing second in that race was Emily Eiley in lane 5 of Borough of Waltham Forest, and it really is those three in the middle once again joining battle, joining this race in order to compete for those medals. So down the middle, Katie Shanahan then, still the one in the ascendancy, but certainly not comfortable up there at the front with the likes of Ebbage around her. Eiley as well in lane 5. Is anyone from the outer lanes going to stake a claim in the final 50 metres here to try and snatch a medal off one of those aforementioned three? Maybe lane 2, as you may read, the City of Sheffield. The sheep turning third there, ahead of Emily Eiley, who has surprisingly dropped off a wee bit, and she needs to kick back into gear in order to recover the situation, because it is Izzy May Reed, the City of Sheffield, who was in third at the turn. Maybe Eiley's taken heed of that advice and now gone back into third herself. We'll wait and see as they come towards the scoreboard. But at the front, Katie Shanahan once again dominating the pool. In she comes for a comfortable gold medal. What's her time? It's a PB, 2:15.74, and the rest come in with Ebbage second and Eiley in third. Really good time from Katie Shanahan there, 2:15.74.
There it is, Ebbage in second, Eiley coming in third, 2:15.74. It is a very, very good time from our race winner. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's 15 years, 200 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Team Bath, Alice Barton. In lane 1, representing Team Ipswich, Emma Cruikshanks. Lane 2, representing Teddington, Beatrice Varley. Lane 3, representing Daventio, Mia Slevin. Lane 4, representing Plymouth Leander, Honey Osrin. Lane 5, representing Carnegie, Ellie Turner. Lane 6, representing Carnegie, Morven Lister. Lane 7, representing Millfield, Tatiana Tosteven. Lane 8, representing Dundee City Aquatics, Iona McLeod. And in lane 9, representing Newcastle, Madeleine Hardingham. This is the women's 15 years, 200 metres backstroke final.
This is going to be a good final. Lane 4 on the Osrin and Plymouth Leander after the speedier of the starts. Into this after that super gold medal in the 100 back earlier on this week. Third in the 50 as well. So certainly gold in the 100 back. There's a statement of intent to the rest of the pool here. She has got that pedigree in this discipline. Ellie Turner in that race, incidentally. She lines up in lane 5. She picked up bronze medal. Martin Hardigan all the way out in lane 9. She knows how to go on one of the outer lanes and pick up a gold here at these Summer Championships with the 400 IM title earlier on in the week as well.
Second tweets coming in, hashtag Summer Champs. Janet Warrington says, boom, Grace Harvey secures another British gold medal.
Absolutely, there'll be another gold medal handed out at the end of this one, but where will its destination be? Will it be Plymouth? Or will it be the hands of Ellie Turner from Carnegie in lane 5? Those are the two at the front right now, and it's one slotted after the other. There's the slightest bit of water between the feet of Honey Osred and then the head of Ellie Turner next to her. In third position, well, at the previous turn there, it was Morven Lister in lane 6 of Carnegie, but I think she may have been drawn back a wee bit. Madeline Hartigan has happily jumped into that position then in lane 9. And now they come on the final 50. The rest of the pool all battling away for the bronze medal, because gold and silver surely destined for one of Osrin or Turner. In what order will it be? Osrin further ahead now than she has been in the preceding 175 metres of this race. Coming into the dying embers, and this is all Honey Osrin's now for Plymouth Leander. Those on the side in grey can just stand back and relax as she comes in at 2:13.48. PB for Osrin, gold medal for Osrin, Turner second, Hardingham third. On the outside, 2:19.17. Once again, Hardingham defying the odds on the outer lane and picking up a medal from it, but Turner second, Osrin first.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event. This is the women's 16 years, 200 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing Stockport Metro, Kate Butler. In lane 1, representing Mid-Sussex Marlins, Sophie Shaw. Lane 2, representing Newcastle Swim Team, Neve Page. Lane 3, representing Millfield School, Rachel Anderson. Lane 4, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Pia Murray. Lane 5, representing City of Liverpool, Jessica McDonough. Lane 6, representing Mulgavi and Bearsden, Ellis Shields. Lane 7, representing Wickham District, Kiara Barber. Lane 8, representing Ellesmere College Titans, Anna Smale. And in lane 9, representing Swimgrened, Medi Harris. This is the women's 16 years, 200 metres backstroke final. Start this near side from Butler, Stockport Metro. Rest of the field starts to level off. In fact, now kicking on very well in 5. One count belongs to City of Liverpool. Making the turn in front. Second, Millfield Anderson. Third is Murray. Let's stay that way as they head down towards the turn at halfway. Liverpool from Millfield from Ellesmere. That's the battle at the moment. Just on the other side, O'Donoghue is Shields of Mulgavi. On this near side. Neve Page of Newcastle was in 5th. That's where she will stay. And the front three are very close. In fact, so close that Murray and Anderson have turned on 105.87 together here. I don't know who has to settle for 3rd at the moment. Anderson and Murray now start to ebb away. Anderson more so than the rest.
And that diagonal line really forming now with, as Alan says, Rachel Anderson spanning all the way down like a xylophone to lane 9 on the far side, and Maddie Harris and Swim Gwinnett, who will have the most intensity going on to this back 50 now then. Anderson turning first, from Murray, from McDonough, then you've got Shields behind her, Barber behind that as well, that 5-lane span, all one behind the other. Can anyone on the near side join in that battle as well? It may be a bit too late for them. Rachel Anderson and Millfield into her final 20 metres now. She's got clear water between her and Pia Murray. Pia Murray looks set for silver, but who is going to get the bronze here? McDonough has got Ellis Shields coming up round the side. That's going to be close for bronze. In first, Anderson. Murray's in there for second, and Shields has managed third. 2:13.44 then the time for Anderson, a big personal best by almost a whole 3 seconds. Murray second, Shields in third.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event, the women's 17-18 years, 200 metres backstroke final. Lane 0, representing Stockport Metro, Emma Rosen. Lane 1, representing Plymouth Leander, Tegan Drew. Lane 2, representing Borough Waltham Forest, Jasmine Eiley. Lane 3, representing Thanet Swim, Daisy Anderson. Lane 4, representing City of Leeds, Sophie Hopper. Lane 5, representing City of Leicester, Daisy Platts. Lane 6, representing Millfield, Sophia Wilson. Lane 7, representing Taunton Dean, Holly Houghton. Lane 8, representing Mid Sussex, Sophie McGuire. And in Lane 9, representing Exeter City, Aaliyah May Webb. This is the women's 17-18 years, 200 metres backstroke final.
Off we go then with the penultimate set of women's 200 metre backstroke finals. Slightly calm for the rest of the night. Of course, we go on to the multi-class after this set of finals. We end the night with the relays. Make sure you stick around for them. I'm sure a lot of you will be. A lot of you have got sent. Quarter stage of this one. Sophie Hobart of City of Leeds leading the way. Daisy Platts situated geographically close to her in lane 5, and also on the leaderboard as well in second, provisionally in third, Sophia Wilson of Millfield. Most of the pool are sticking closely together. Nip and tuck right now for the final set of 100 metres, and someone will decide to pull away. The first to do that, or at least attempt it, Sophie Albert of City of Leeds. There you can see that she's just got the momentum now, really getting a rhythm, and she'll now turn and hope to get an even bigger buffer between her and Daisy Platts, who turns in second. Third still Sophia Wilson of Millfield, but the gap between third and fourth is just over half a second. Daisy Anderson of Thanet Swim is the swimmer in lane 3, positioned just outside the medal positions right now. Also on the far side as well, Aaliyah May Webb of Exeter City is bombing along nicely with the bright green cap in lane number 9. actually fifth on that turn, but again, not too far behind Anderson. In fact, the gap between Anderson in fourth and Webb in fifth was closer than Anderson was to the podium position. The turn now being made, though, by Sophie Hobart. First for City of Leeds and bringing everybody home here. Is there any movement for second and third? The answer is yes. Sophia Wilson momentarily slipping into second position, but now it seems like a three-horse race for one of silver or bronze. In lane 3, Daisy Anderson of Danit Swim just slightly dropping off the pace a wee bit, which is leaving Daisy Platts in lane 5 and Sophia Wilson in lane 6 to finally end this once and for all. They've been tied to the hip all the way through this final so far. One of them's going to miss out on the silver. They both will miss out on gold. Hubbard gets it to 12.4, and for silver it is Wilson has done it. Wilson has done it. Anderson in third. Well, we'll have to get confirmation of that. Those who are watching closely will know. And Sophia Wilson and Daisy Platts were very close to one another. That's why we're waiting for the confirmation of that. One thing that we know is Sophie Hobart and City of Leeds. City won that on 2:12.4. Confirmation there, Daisy Platts managing to get second. And there we go, confirmation of those results. Hobart from Platts, from Wilson. That's how close it was in that women's 200-metre backstroke 17-18 years final.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event, the women's 19 years and over 200 metres backstroke final. In lane 0, representing the Royal Wolverhampton School, Holly Shepherd. Lane 1, representing Plymouth Leander, Laura Stevens. Lane 2, representing Loughborough University, Emily Osborne. Lane 3, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Chloe Golding. Lane 4, representing East Kilbride, Jennifer King. Lane 5, representing Loughborough University, Charlotte Evans. Lane 6, representing Newcastle Swim Team, Georgia Darwent. Lane 7, representing Loughborough University, Emma Bell. Lane 8, representing Tigers of Jersey, Gemma Atherley. And in lane 9, representing Loughborough University, Candice Hall. This is the women's 19 years and over 200 metres backstroke final. This is our 19 years and over 200 backstroke final then. You start in East Jennifer King of East Kilbride has the best of it, turning in first at 50. Second is Stevens, third was Evans, but I think there's any more movement in those positions to come. Already it has. Evans, who was third. I think she may be in first on this near side. Stevens in contention again. See some good swims from Laura Stevens here at these summer champs. She's going to turn in third. King got back in front at halfway. 100ths of a second was the difference between King and Evans. Tony Golding starts to progress through the ranking order. Was fourth at the turn, but he's already gone past King. Now halfway leader, looking like being in third here, but again, he starts to show a bit more strength into the last 10 or so metres at each end. You've got the better of the turns. Evans come up in front, some good work here in lane 3. Some excellent work from Chloe Golding of City of Manchester. Into second. Since he take that momentum. The arms propelling slightly faster than that of Evans in 5, and here comes Golding in 4. This is going to be a cracker of a finish. Does Evans know she's being passed? Does King know she's got work to do? Can Golding hold on here? I think Evans has pulled his back. She has too. 11:39. To 11:39 from 2:11:40. Wow, you got to feel the pain there for Chloe Golding. Great turn with 50 to go. Some real good work off that turn. Got herself just fractionally in front, but Evans kept on fighting and won it by 1/100th. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for our next event, the men's multi-classification 50 meters freestyle final. In lane 0, representing City of Sunderland, Joseph Craig. In lane 1, representing Borough of Kirklees, Jonathan Booth. In lane 2, representing Harlow Penguins, James Hollis. Lane 3, representing City of Derby, Lewis White. Lane 4, representing City of Sunderland, Stephen Clegg. Lane 5, representing Salisbury Stingrays, Harry Wellington. Lane 6, representing University of Stirling, John Law. Lane 7, representing Team Ipswich, Ryan Crouch. Lane 8, representing Beckenham, Olodesi Adefasen. And in lane 9, representing Bournemouth Collegiate School, Leo McRae. This is the men's multi-classification 50 meters freestyle final. Multi-class makes it very, very difficult up here. All these classifications, and you've only got 50 metres to try and figure out who's doing what. Two S13s in Law and Wellington next to each other in 6 and 5. Clegg, the S12 swimmer in lane 4. S9 is Lewis White. It's going to be here in lane 4. The S12 swimmer from Sunderland, Stephen Clegg, with touches. 24.90 for the 53 here from Stephen Clegg. Well, they're confirming that that is a British record for Stephen Clegg. So that's the time of 24.90. Give him a round of applause, Stephen Clegg. According to the record books, Clegg's time, 24.90, is better than what was in the books, which was 25.02. So well done to him. Not enough to win the race, mind you. Lewis White, City of Derby, the S9 swimmer, getting 26.57. And 846 points. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes for the women's multi-classification 50 meters freestyle final. In lane 0, representing Northampton, Eleanor Robinson. In lane 1, representing Borders Elite Swim Team, Beth Johnston. Lane 2, representing Mount Kelly, Lily McLeod. Lane 3, representing Guildford, Zara Maluli. Lane 4, representing Nova Centurion, Sophie Pascoe. Lane 5, representing City of Manchester, Hannah Russell. Lane 6, representing Worcester, Rebecca Redfern. Lane 7, representing University of Aberdeen, Tony Shaw. In lane 8, representing East Lothian Swim Team, Hope Gordon. And in lane 9, representing City of Manchester Aquatics, Tully Kearney. This is the women's multi-classification 50 meters freestyle final.
Take your mark.
Away we go then. This is the women's attempt at the 50. Again, it's quick. Several classifications on the outside. We've got a 6 in Robinson, a 5 in Tully Kearney. Both of those are capable of breaking records at will. Through the middle though, we'll concentrate on Hannah Russell and Sophie Pascoe going head to head here. Russell is an S12 swimmer. Pascoe, S10 swimmer. 930 for the 9-time Paralympic champion that is Sophie Pascoe. 28.04. 28.04 from Pascoe. 930 points. It is going to be tough to beat. 8.79 here from Russell. 9.05 for Eleanor Robinson as they rank them in order. 9.30 from Pascoe, Robinson 9.05. Zara Maluli looks to have broken her own British record as well, so well done Zara Maluli. .34.09 we think is the British record for Ellie Robinson as well. We also think that Tully Kearney is inside the British record for an S5 swimmers though. Look at that, 3 British records in one multi-class race. Give him a round of applause. What a good way to finish our individual racing for the night. 3 times inside British records, all subject to ratification, of course.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well, not only did we break British records here, we've got some international stars on show, and Stephen Jameson is down on pool deck. He's going to catch up with one Sophie Pascoe.
Yeah, thank you very much, Alan. Sophie, first of all, welcome. It's a pleasure to see you at this meet. What brings you to these shores? It's a delight to have you.
Thanks. Yeah, I just wanted to put myself outside of my comfort zone, which this has definitely done that, and I've been training at Nova for 3 months now, so to be able to obviously have a competition leading into my Pan Pacs in 2 weeks' time is pretty exciting.
Yeah, we're so grateful to have you here. Nova Centurion, famous on these shores for producing brilliant para swimmers. What can you say about them as a team?
Oh, they've been fantastic. They've welcomed me in as part of their team as just another athlete, so that's been really great for me to be able to obviously have the humble welcoming from them to be able to make it feel a little bit like home as well.
I'm sure that was appreciated. In terms of the rest of your year, what are you looking to achieve out of this year? It's always a good year for paraswimming, this.
Yeah, it's obviously a bit of a wild card year leading into Tokyo, so I have Pan Pacs in 2 weeks' time following the same time as Europeans, so we'll all be racing at the same time to see what times are set for going into World Champs next year.
And I'm sure there'll be a little bit of comparison between your new teammates as well. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for having us. Sophie Pascoe.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes and teams for our next event. This is the men's 14 to 16 years 4x200 meter freestyle team final. In lane 0, City of Cardiff. In lane 1, Guildford City. In lane 2, City of Leicester. In lane 3, Royal Wolverhampton School. In lane 4, City of Peterborough. Lane 5, City of Birmingham. In lane 6, City of Cambridge. In lane 7, Northampton. In lane 8, City of Sheffield. And in lane 9, Portsmouth North Sea. This is the men's 14 to 16 years relay final.
Here we go then, prepare for 8 minutes of absolute bedlam here in the pool with the men's 14 to 16-year-olds 4x200 metre freestyle relay. And we'll run you through the starters. We're reaching the team, City of Cardiff, lane 0, Johan Evans, he won for Guildford City, Luke Pullen, 2, Thomas Beamer of City of Leicester. And 3 for Royal Wolverhampton, Daniel Johnson. Herbie Kinder is going for City of Peterborough in 4. 5, William Cooper of City of Birmingham. Sebastian Vandermeer of City of Cambridge in 6. In 7, Edward Mildred trying to pull some strings for Northampton. In 8, City of Sheffield's Eugene Brooks-Clark. And flying the Portsmouth North Sea flag, Pietro Falconi in lane number 9. They are halfway through this first leg. Johan Evans of City of Cardiff is the one leading quite clearly on the near side in lane 0. He's making terrific inroads so far. Of course, he could just go as hard as he likes for 200 metres. And then the rest is up to his teammates, Cameron Clark, Adam Murray and Benjamin Chuyin to follow for the Welsh Capital Club. And then inside of them, lane 3, Royal Wolverhampton, and Daniel Johnson is ticking on at a decent pace here. Maybe would have preferred to have been a bit higher up the pool. That gap between first and second is almost 2 seconds. Herbie Kinder is keeping close eye as well on the progress of RWS currently. Edward Mildred of Northampton, a very gritty, determined swimmer, 25 metres away from handing the baton over to Jevon Penny. But he's got to his right-hand side City of Sheffield and Eugene Brooks-Clark. They will next have Matthew Woodall in the pool for them. First change already been made though by City of Cardiff as we come back towards the near side and lane 0. Cameron Clark now in the pool for the team that earlier on today got a time of 8:01.6. That compares as around 14 or so seconds slower than City of Peterborough, who were the quickest of the teams in lane number 4. And Henry Pearce now is gunning for them and doing his best to make up ground on the two teams currently in front of him. Finn Nicol in lane 3 for Royal Wolverhampton after Daniel Johnston's solid start in the first 200 metres. And it's actually foundations that Royal Wolverhampton have been able to build further on. And City of Cardiff having a couple of bricks taken out of their wall at the moment by Royal Wolverhampton. This is going to be very close, coming towards the wall now. A good start from Nicol. Has he got another 100 metres similar to this in order to pull clear of Cardiff? In lane 4, Peterborough still the ones anchoring the top 3, but they want to get further up. They're going to have to maybe be a bit patient here, because certainly not budging is Finn Nicol. Thomas Watkin will be in the pool next for Royal Wolverhampton, and he'll be liking what he sees right now, but he'll be urging Nicol even further away from the unwanted company of City of Cardiff's Cameron Clark in lane 0, and lane 4, Henry Pearce of City of Peterborough. For the first time we take attention to City of Birmingham. Alexander Hindle now in the pool for them after William Cooper did their first 200 metres, and Hindle is almost getting a handle on the top 3 himself. He's around half a body length behind that of Henry Pearce and City of Peterborough. We'll wait and see how that transpires. City of Cardiff still managing to survive here in joint second with Peterborough, but a really good stint for Royal Wolverhampton's Finn Nicol. He will now hand over in first position comfortably to Thomas Watkin.
That's a valuable swim from Nicol. They go here. Good lead for Watkin. There's a lot of work here for the other teams to do, and they're already starting to try. Here comes Miles Robinson-Young for City of Peterborough. He came into the water in 3rd position, but he's very much in 2nd. Big splash of water at the turn. Goodwin, Birmingham in 3rd, turning on 4:22.08, 4:20.04 for Peterborough. Royal Wolverhampton score 4:17.43. You can see here the gap closing all the time. Did Miles Robinson-Young go off too quickly though? Remember, it's 200 for each of these athletes. Can Thomas Watkin hold him off? Here they come to the halfway of their 200. It is Watkin for Royal Wolverhampton score from Robinson-Young of Peterborough, and the gap is closing. 4:46.86, 4:48.61. They're opening up a gap between 3rd position though. Goodwin of Birmingham, 4:52.13. These two are now very much in a battle against each other. It's Watkin versus Robinson-Young. It's Royal Wolverhampton versus City of Peterborough as they go back down towards the dive pit end here of Ponds Falls. In 3, they'll continue to lead here, Wolverhampton, but for how much longer? Here comes Robinson-Young. Up he comes and away they go. It's these two leading us down towards the final change.
Peterborough and Royal Wolverhampton school here making this a race entirely of their own accord. Separated earlier on today by around 7.5 seconds. Absolutely nothing splitting them in the pool, rather than maybe just a nose in front. Royal Wolverhampton at this point, the change being made first by RWS then. In for them now, Matthew Richards on the back of already getting a British record tonight. He certainly will have the adrenaline pumping through his body as he goes roaring into the pool. Next to him, Matthew Rothwell, the man on the anchor leg for the City of Peterborough. Right then, the rest of the pool sees in lane 5, Jacob Davies going for City of Birmingham right now. They're still holding on to that bronze medal. 4th place looks pretty even. Harvey Skellen for City of Cambridge. The Sky Blue Caps really beginning to line up their troops now and try and pounce late on. And in 0, City of Cardiff are still up there as they have been from the start. Benjamin Chuyin on their 4th and final leg, but still at the front, Royal Wolverhampton. And look how Matthew Richards is pulling away here.
This is very impressive from Richards, and he just has one more 100 metres to go. On the turn in 4, Rothwell. Is there anything he can do about this? He wouldn't suggest so from here. You've seen stranger things in swimming. So it's Royal Wolverhampton school from Peterborough. Birmingham closing on Peterborough here. Plenty of screaming coming in towards the pool. There's 2 ladies at the top, at the back of the spectator area. Yes, those 2 screaming away at the front end, it would appear. So one of theirs looks like getting a medal. Second position for Peterborough, but Matthew Richards has played it very, very coolly, and he is going to take this all the way home so that Royal Wolverhampton School pick up the victory in this one. Just 5 more meters to go, and let's see the time at the touch. Richards is in, 7:39.46. Second and third has got a lot closer, but there wasn't enough water left for Birmingham. It's Peterborough in second, Birmingham in third. Here come the rest then. 0. This looks like City of Cardiff for 4th. 5th will go to Cambridge. Leicester in 6th. The battle for 7th is raging on the far side. Northampton just getting there in front of City of Sheffield.
What a superb relay final that was, all the way up to 10th position. Every team was getting at it for one of those positions in that top 10. Royal Wolverhampton ultimately make it look pretty comfortable, but if you look at the margins between 2nd and 3rd, then 4th and 5th, 6th and 7th, 8th, 9th and 10th as well, just fine margins all across that 8-minute race. Breathless stuff, and we've still got one more to come.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the athletes and teams for our final event of the evening. This is the men's 17 years and over 4x200 meters freestyle team relay. In lane 0, City of Manchester A. In lane 1, City of Glasgow A. Lane 2, City of Sheffield A. In lane 3, Ellesmere College Titans. Lane 4, Millfield School. Lane 5, Stockport Metro. In lane 6, Hatfield. Lane 7, Northampton. In lane 8, Warren de Bar Club. And in lane 9, City of Leeds. This is the men's 17 years and over 4x200 meters freestyle team relay final. Experienced and very noticeable signs of Nick Granger stood on the blocks for City of Sheffield, and already using that mammoth power that he possesses to get a bit of a lead for City of Sheffield A. Set him out first and see what you can do. So Nick Granger into second. Constantine of Hatfield turns in first position, but this is the very, very early licks of this one. It is indeed Granger and Constantine. Sheffield on the near side, Hatfield in 6. And Granger starts to push ahead again. Just inside him, Jacob Carl of Ellesmere now starting to get into the top 3. It'll be Granger for Sheffield, Constantine for Hatfield, Carl for Ellesmere, Kingham for Millfield. Daniel Savage going for Northampton is in 5th position. It's nice and tight here. City of Leeds having the most work to do in this second 100. The Leeds teammates on poolside in their usual blue, white and yellow uniforms. I'm sure every time a Leeds swimmer goes past their teammates and the coaches, who are looking rather pensive at the moment, I'm sure they'll be getting some good advice and plenty of encouragement. Very normal for Leeds to be a noisy team. It's always good to have them poolside, making plenty of noise for their swimmers. At the moment, the noise in the water is being made by the 4 teams in charge. Granger just dropping off a little bit here. Carl Kingham having a good finish to this first 200 at the changeover then. It's Hughes for Hatfield, Thompson for Ellesmere, Bird for Millfield, Senior for Sheffield. That's the top 4. Up towards the diving pit end again. In caps of Millfield with Kieran Bird take to the front. Is that a sign of things to come? Will they stay there? Seen a few changes already. On his left side, Bird is Thompson of Ellesmere. A couple of lanes over to the right now for Nathan Hughes of Hatfield. Actually, Sheffield just about level with third. Might even pop into third at this turn. No, they stay fourth, but only by a fraction. 2:45.82, 2:45.64 for Hatfield and Sheffield. Millfield 2:43.79 at the last turn. Close in behind.
So spearheading them home towards the scoreboard end and the halfway mark of this one, Kieran Bird of Millfield. Second we have Ellesmere College Titans, Joe Thompson coming towards the end of his stint in the pool. See Sheffield just trying to keep tabs here on Hatfield at the other side of the golden lanes, and well, a great back end to that leg there from Archie Goodman of Warrender. It looked like it was Northampton out of those two that was getting the upper hand, but it's Warrender in 6th and Northampton in 7th. Ahead of them though in 5th, Stockport Metro in lane 5, and Kyle Boyek now in the pool for them after that change around. And in fact he's creeping up very closely here to Hatfield. James Woodward has got a lot of pressure either side of him, whether it be Stockport in lane 5 or Northampton in 7. Of course Warrender we mentioned in lane 8 as well. 100 metres on almost from that change, where Millfield have now got into the pool. Louis Barker on their third leg, more or less as you were. A bit more progress being made though from City of Sheffield in lane 2. Oliver Crosby doing a very good job indeed. Now Stockport Metro meeting business. They're into 4th place on this turn here, ahead of Hatfield. Finally they've managed to chip away and break down the East Region club, but for how long will that be? Because expect there to be a retaliation from James Woodward, and then after, and of course they've got Luke Turley to come in the pool. They've got a great squad, have the Pink Army, and there's quite a few on the far side of them in pink tops as well, cheering on their team. At the front, Louis Barker, at the moment unscathed, but it does look as if the gap is beginning to shrink somewhat between him and Ellesmere College Titans. Billy Petty, the man behind them, just over 2 seconds the gap, 2.12 the difference between Millfield in 1st and provisionally in 2nd, Billy Petty's Ellesmere College Titans. City of Sheffield were 3rd, and then you thought they'd got past Hatfield. Here come the next problem, Stockport Metro and Carl Boyek, and coming in now towards the final 100 metres. We knew Millfield would come in first, the gap is important. How much will Louis Barker be able to give Jacob Goodman here on the final 100, ahead of Ellesmere College Titans, City of Sheffield, Stockport Metro and Hatfield?
Well, this is it then, the final 200 metres of our final race of tonight here on day number 4 of these British Summer Championships, and it's lane number 4 that's having the best of it. Here at the turn in 4, it is Goodman of Millfield that leads the way, 5:59.32. Second, then 6:02.40, Hector Pardo of Ellesmere in second. Carl Chisholm of Stockport Metro, 6:04.09. That's the top 3. Back come Hatfield again here. Luke Turley turning in 6:05.64. They were 5th, they're now 4th. They've got in front of Sheffield, who have Samuel Budd trying to bring them home here. 100 to go. It is Millfield. They're in control. Can anybody find some sort of comeback over the final 100? Millfield with Goodman turning on 6:27.03. 6:31.44 for Pardo. He turned in second, but straight away Stockport Metro coming back at them, and those two fighting against each other might just be able to push each other on to chase Millfield down, but I'm not sure anybody is going to catch our leaders. 50 to come then. There's the turn from Goodman. It's a good one as well. 6:55.42. Second, 7:01.16 for Pardo and Ellesmere, which means he's just into third here because Stockport Metro turned on 6:59. The battle is not for the win. The battle might not even be for silver because here come Hatfield and they're chasing down Ellesmere for that third place, and so too is Sheffield. One winner, second looks good. The battle for third carries on, but the winners were always going to be Millfield. Chisholm comes in, second for Stockport, and Ellesmere do hang on for third position. 7:30.27 from Hatfield eventually, who got 7:38.0. Fourth for Hatfield, fifth for City of Sheffield, sixth for Northampton. The battle on the near side. Oh, it just goes to City of Manchester Aquatics for seventh. City of Glasgow coming in eighth. There we are. That is the final piece of action in the water for us here on day number 4. Well done. The confirmed results are up there. Millfield, Stockport and the Ellesmere College team as well. Can we just ask you for a quick round of applause for all of our volunteers and officials? Thank you very much to all of those on poolside and around the building who helped to put these events on. Can't do it without you, and you are very much thought of in high regard. British Summer Championships 2018, day 4, just about done.
Absolutely brilliant day of action as well. Did certainly live up to expectation. We thank our swimmers, coaches, spectators leaving now as well, those watching on the live stream also, and once again our officials who may now leave the poolside. Thank you.